Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You won.
I won!
Yay!
Hey, welcome to our show. My name's Michelle,
And I'm Amy.
and we are
Two creative chicks that ride.
Hey, we got it right!
Yes,
Woohoo!
Hey everybody, welcome. Happy that you're here. Thanks for joining us.
So our show, we wanted to tell you a little bit about our show. We had like an opening. We're going to have a video for you, but our show is basically here to educate and inspire other women riders and around in our area, but also around the world, right?
Yeah.
And we cover all topics of discussion regarding the life of a female rider, whatever you ride, whether it's your own or whether you prefer to be on the back of somebody else's bike.
Right.
Enjoying the view, right?
Yeah. I was on the back for a long time.
Me too.
This year, I got my own, so now, I'm in the front.
Yeah,
Enjoying it, right?
We're gonna make T-shirts, I think, that says something
Yeah,
like that, right?
yeah, exactly. They are going to be created very soon because I've been researching it actually. So it's going to be fun. Yes.
It's gonna be lots
And they
of fun.
will be for sale because you'll definitely want one when you hear what we put on the shirts.
It's so exciting. We don't even know what we're gonna put on there. We'll be as surprised as you.
Yeah, general idea. I think we remember when we were doing notes, we had that little caption, and I circled it like 3 times. I think that's going to be maybe.
I have those notes. I found them this morning.
Good thing. Okay.
So we're really good at losing notes, but
Yes,
here we are, the two of us, two creative chicks that ride, and that's a little synopsis about what our show's about. We're doing a half an hour right now. We're maybe thinking of extending it to an hour. I guess it depends on how many of you are actually interested in what we have to talk about.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So so we're a little ahead of schedule, but we got a great show planned for you today.
We do. I am actually going to jump on so I can
Yes.
read our comments. I'm using our phone until we get this, until we get it going, okay? So you're just going to have to, kind of, something went wrong. This may be due to a technical error.
Excuse us, we're having technical difficulties.
We always have technical. Life is a technical difficulty, to be honest with you.
Definitely a technical difficulty.
I'm going to keep trying. So
so if you have any comments or you want to just say hi to us, hopefully today we'll be able to see them. I know last week we kind of missed a few. We got you all afterwards.
Yes.
Shout out to Johnny at the Biker Shack.
Yes, Johnny and
Cheryl,
Cheryl, good deal.
Yeah, and Sherry,
Sherry,
you guys rock.
Yes,
And,
they do.
So hopefully we'll be able to get these comments here and we'll be able to see them. Actually, I think that there is
a place on there. We're looking around on the screen, guys. Sorry. Yeah, we're kind of like
I don't know if questions will do it or not, but we can look at them and see what they'll do.
Yeah, so we're kind of just we're winging it in the beginning. We're gonna get everything up and running. Gonna set up our hashtag, which is gonna be hashtag 2CCTR. Two creative chicks that ride. 2CCTR. Love it.
We have a couple of recording artists, so we'll have to have them record it for us.
Yes, that would be awesome. Yes.
Yeah. So today we're going to be introducing our very first baby of the week.
Yes, we are. I'm so excited. I know. It's going to be great. We are. We're going to be talking about our babe of the week. It's going to be our first episode of the spiritual spin of the week.
Yep.
I'm kind of excited. Yeah.
I'm going to be. Or?
No, I'm going to be talking about how to better trust our intuition, right? Because we have automatic meters that are built in, and we squash that stuff from childhood, right? Yeah. We're taught to squash those feelings, those thoughts and everything. So we're going to go into that a little bit in the spiritual spin aspect. Ooh, spirit bumps everywhere.
I love that you're talking about that, because you and I trust our intuition. And then, like, we have those no filter mouths, right? So if it's in our mind, it comes out of our mouth. And, and we do well together with it, but maybe we can touch on that also.
That's a great idea.
Like when to say it, when to not say it.
Yeah.
We just say it. So
well, that's because of our friendship, right? We have that unconditional open dialogue, right? And if I say something that ever makes her feel a certain way, we have the communication that she can say that to me. Hey, Aim, this is how I took that. Is that how it was meant? Or, we'll be going through a situation and all of a sudden I'll snap at her or
Or vice
something,
versa.
or vice
Even.
versa. And listen, it's not because of anything she did. It's because of something that
Same
was
here.
going through my mind. So
Yeah.
communication between people is so important,
Yeah.
right? It's really important for us.
And I'm excited to talk about that too, because
Yeah.
you do have that intuition that goes on in the background.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Awesome. I can't wait. And then we're going to be getting sticky with some helmet
Oh,
apparel.
yeah. Our product of the week is coming up. You guys
Yeah.
are in for a great show
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
We're super excited about this, and
Mhm.
we already got like ideas for like the next 3 shows. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a weekly thing at Thursdays at 12, and you can always catch us on a recap. And if you do comment in the recap, like we want open dialogue between you and us while we're
Yeah.
filming, but also afterwards, we do go over the comments and we do answer and say hello back to you guys. Don't think we're ignoring you during the filming because we just haven't got it where I can see the comments as they're going by. So we're gonna work that out probably by next week.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're doing our show in the shop too.
Yes.
So we've already had one person try to poke in, and I just heard a bike pull up, so we may have a surprise visitor. We just don't know.
I love it.
But our topic today, right?
Yes, topic is great
Topic
today.
is awesome.
This is our topic today is actually riding etiquette. Okay, so basically it's like when me and Michelle met and we went on our 1st ride, we actually, well, we had been hanging out for a while before that, but when I got to the house and there was a group of us that met, again, hey Butch, what's up? We all rode to Earl's Hideaway, which is a local biker bar restaurant type thing.
On the water.
On the
So
water,
nice.
it's so beautiful, and they have great pizza, but only on the weekends. They have great bands that play all day. Great time to go out there. So we all got together, and we decided we were going to ride together, right? So me being a new driver this year, I wanted to like go over with Michelle, like, okay, so how do you ride?
Yeah. Yeah. And because you had been on a ride, you had been on a run where they were doing like side by side, or you have a friend that you ride with that's side by side.
I ride side by side, same lane. That's how, So when I began riding, Mitch taught me a lot about positioning on where to ride, right? But he has a trike and I have the Sportster. So we actually like had different positions, right? So
it's fresh.
I would ride in one lane, he would ride in the other. And then when I started riding with my friend Bev, hey Bev, we ride in the same lane side by side, right? So she stays to the left, I stay to the right. So there's different ways that you can ride together.
Yep. And Dave and I always ride, we ride staggered, which means that there's a bike in the front. They usually decide where they want to be, and then each bike behind it will stagger it, So there's really, and there's probably even other ways. Like we have friends that ride, like they'll ride tandem, but they'll ride like there's only a certain amount of space between their pegs. It's just like scary stuff.
It is. But so we had discussed kind of that.
We have napkin. Yes.
Sorry about that, guys. We had a customer. Like I said, we shoot in the store, so all of our stuff is behind us. So we are discussing again, like so many options on where you position yourself in the bike. So we decided to ride staggered that day, and it was Dave, Michelle, me, and Butch in the rear, which was our tailgate, and so Michelle actually has an issue with her neck, right? So she doesn't ride often. She has something going on, unfortunately. So she has trouble
Hopefully it'll be fixed soon.
Turning like this, to check her sides. So I decided to stay behind Michelle, but in view of her mirrors, like her face I could see her face, so I knew she could see me, right?
Sometimes isn't like other riders will be like, oh no, you don't ever ride like that, but if you do, you can. If you do, you just make sure, like Amy made sure she stayed far enough back that if I had to stop really quickly,
I wasn't right. I wasn't on your butt.
Exactly. Oh my
I
God.
wasn't able to pull your hair. I wasn't that close, darling.
There's a song. That's another song.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode. So there's things that you discuss, right? So we discuss positioning.
Yep.
Right? And then everyone has, I mean, there's some universal signs,
Yeah,
right?
hand signals.
Hand
That's a big
signals are
one.
really important, right?
Yes. What do you use?
I use right.
Okay.
I use right, and then I go down all the way straight out for left.
Okay.
Okay, and then I learned this from you. When I point straight down on the side of my bike, straight at the ground, it isn't because I'm saying hey to somebody who's driving by, which we normally do.
Yeah.
Biker etiquette, just saying. When I point to the ground, it means there's something in the road.
Yeah. Watch
right?
out.
Watch out for the road. So I'll do that on the right or the left, depending on what side it's on. And that just lets the rider behind me know that I visually have seen something on the road. So those are kind of what I use.
Yep. Yep.
So is there anything else that you use that I didn't mention?
Dave, and I don't know if anybody would love to hear you chime in if what you use or if you use any of these that we're talking about. I don't know if Dave and I made it up or if it, but when we're riding, if one of us needs gas, right?
Yes.
We'll make a little gas thing and we'll go. That doesn't, I mean, it could mean I need a drink, but it means my butt needs a drink. So if he needs gas, or if I need gas, I'll just pull up right beside him and I'll go.
Yeah, that's a
I need
great
some gas.
one.
And then the other one that's one of my all-time favorites, my friend Holly. I guess we're gonna do the
Hi,
shout-out
Holly.
thing. Hi, Holly. She's awesome. She is. She always enjoys the view. Sometimes I get jealous of that. She's in the back, but my favorite one is the loop-de-loop, which means like we gotta turn around, man.
Right.
You know, we gotta get back.
Right.
So those are I think two of my favorites, other than the ones that you.
Now, see, like I said, there's so many different variations out there, right? So when I do this on the bike, I usually do this and go like that, which means I need to pull over.
See?
So I go around in a circle and I go like this to pull over.
Yeah.
So
I need your attention. I gotta pull over.
Yes.
Oh.
So that's kind of a little different. Like that's great. See, so that's what I mean. The communication before you ride. Me too. I just got spirit bumps everywhere. The communication before we ride and during the ride is so important.
Yeah. And being a woman, don't be afraid to ask those questions. Like if you're getting together with a new group of riders and you don't know what they do, like, oh, well, I'm the girl in the group, or I'm a woman, or I don't know, they're gonna think I'm being like, you know, a baby about it.
Oh, she's a girl. She don't know anything.
She don't know what she's talking about.
Fuck you, dude. Yeah. I mean, excuse you.
Most guys that we know are not like that.
Right.
That's very
true.
They're very helpful. And in some, you know, you just don't think you've been riding for so long, or you're with a group and there's one newbie in there, and you know, not a newbie rider even, just a newbie in the group. You know, and you don't mention like, oh, this is how we usually do it. And you can actually say like, listen, before we take the ride, you know, are there any like hand signals I need to know about or anything like that how do you all ride? And then the all important thing is like, can you give me a roundabout idea of like the destination? I noticed like when Dave was saying, like Dave, it's a habit before we go anywhere. He says, this is where we're going, this is the route we're gonna take, you know? And so that's not somebody like telling you like, oh, I'm commanding that position. It's somebody saying, in case we lose you, this is where we'll be.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they can backtrack and find you.
And it's good to have that destination in mind where we're going to stop next, right? And here's a perfect example. I was on a breast cancer poker run. I was on a breast cancer poker run, and I was with a lot of people. And I had my friend Bev and my friend Dawn, hey ladies, again, out on this run with me, right? And we're riding, and all of a sudden my friend Bev disappears. I'm like, where's Bev? I roll up to Dawn, I'm like, where's Bev? And we can't find Bev. We get to the next destination, and when we stopped at the next destination, another rider said something fell off her bike and she turned around for it. So the best part, she met us at that next destination. She showed up to let us know that she was okay. Because, you know, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, unless I got my earbud in, I don't have my phone on me. My phone is usually in my saddlebag.
Mhm.
I usually don't have access to it. So and I know a lot of people who do that. I know Bev does that. I know Dawn does that. You know, I know Michelle
Sometimes
does
my
that.
phone is in Dave's saddlebag.
Right, exactly.
So-
So you can't call and be like, "Hey, where are you?" Because I'm not gonna answer you if I'm on my bike.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
and so having that destination again is important for that reason,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
So we know where to meet up if anybody gets, sidetracked or
Yep.
whatever.
Absolutely.
And then we know about how long it takes to get there. So if like something fell off her bike and it was inoperable, right? And she broke down, she would know in 15 minutes we were going to be at the next destination.
Yep, exactly.
You know?
And if anybody was backtracking for that person, I mean,
Right.
obviously you know the route that you
We
took,
would- exactly.
but you know, if that person, in the unforeseen event that they took a wrong turn, that happens.
Yeah.
But otherwise, everybody has an idea of what the path is and where it goes. So.
Yeah, and I love that. Sometimes I just like to get on the bike and just ride with no destination.
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually at that point, there's a lead and a follow
Yeah.
when you ride, right? Like,
Yeah.
so you have the person who's leading,
Mhm.
and whether it be, like, because I ride tandem with the girls that I ride with a lot, and one of us will be the decision maker, right? So it doesn't matter what side I'm on. Like, when I'm with Bev, left hand leads. But when with another rider, it doesn't matter, right? So again, it's the open communication is so important.
Everybody's so different,
Mhm.
and then you can get all like blinged out, and you can look all confident and hot and have a blast.
My kids
you're not
bought
worrying
me.
about all that other
My
stupid
kids
stuff.
bought me the hottest. Holy Jesus! Somebody almost just.
No, they were
Okay.
they were-
So anyway, my kids bought me the hottest purple freaking leather this year to ride with, and
You have to
I
wear it next week.
love it. I will. I'll wear it next week. I'll be
See,
all blinged out,
yeah.
right?
And you can ride
of
that
course,
leather,
I love my purple KDs, man. They rock, and I even wear these for night vision. And I was concerned about the wind on it, but yeah. Anyway, that's another week.
That's another week.
Yes, it is.
I love it. That is another week.
It is.
Yeah, the KDs are cool. I
They
love the
are.
KDs.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so it's like, is there anything else? Like, I don't know if we have
If you guys have
comments.
questions or comments, right, I would really, Tootsaboo, hello. Hi, Sissy, I see that you're there. And I
Hello,
see a
Sissy.
Charlie. Do you see him over there?
Yeah, I see something
I'm
going
trying,
on.
guys.
We see comments.
Yay! I finally see you guys.
Oh, who is
Yes.
this? Take that restricted
Hi,
off.
Charlie. Charles Seeger.
Oh, Charles Seeger. Hey, stay online because we're going to be talking about what's coming up this weekend, and we're going to be mentioning about the down.
Yeah, dude.
The down biker fund. So
yeah, exactly.
On there.
Yes,
so,
we do. So
that's
hang
Chuck.
in.
He's over at Everything Biker.
Yes.
And see where it says restricted? Maybe we've restricted ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Comment moderation.
Comment
I don't think we
moderation.
can moderate our
Restricted
own
follower
comments.
slow discussion.
Let's see.
Restricted.
No, we
I
don't
don't
want
know.
it restricted.
We don't want it restricted. So how about we just do
Slow?
slow? So
Okay.
because we're slow.
Because we're slow.
We're a
So
little
what
slow.
slow means? Oh, you just did multiple. I like
I
that.
have no idea what I did.
Keep it.
We like
We like-
multiples. We love multiples.
Oh, goodness.
Love them.
So if you have any comments or questions along the way, or even if you just want to let us know that you're here, that's awesome. It's great to see. Like, I know we have like 3 people watching, which is like, yay, for the second
That's
show.
awesome.
We're like going ahead. Ooh, 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 ooh. So. That's good. Maybe we'll just have Amy whistle.
Yeah.
It's time for the Babe of the Week.
Babe.
Now, this week's Babe of the Week is actually an honorary Babe of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
And I have
Guys,
a lot of requests because I was talking about maybe having my mom be the Babe of the Week.
Yeah.
And so here's something. Today is the anniversary of my mother's passing.
Oh, namaste, Mama.
Yeah. And so, what better way to celebrate it?
What a better way to honor your mother than to have her as the Babe of the Week.
Right. And it turns like this whole day, and instead of being like a sad do-do-do,
oh, no.
it's a hey, Robin.
Hey.
It's a it makes it happy, celebrate. So
Yes.
my mom, Nancy.
Ooh,
Nancy
spirit
M.
buns everywhere.
Yeah, she's the babe of the week, my mom. And I got some great pictures of her on the back of my dad's bike. She was a passenger rider. She was always on the back seat. In fact, when I got my license, right, because I was always on the back before that. When I got my license, she was like, oh, can you come on the back? Can you come up with Dave on the back of his bike? Because I just can't see you right now on your bike. Like she really, like physically couldn't. She was like, I can't look. I can't look. So it took her enjoyment away. So she rode on the back. I rode on the back of Dave's. I
Nice.
sucked it up. It was fun because we'd have some cocktails. So I'm not gonna lie, and I get to sit on the back.
Hell yeah,
I don't drink and
do it
ride.
up.
I don't drink and
No,
ride.
no, drinking and riding is not a good idea.
So some things about, and if you're interested in being the babe of the week, or if you know somebody, shoot me an email. I am working on our page on yankeedates.com, which will have a little button. Should be there by the end of the day today. But some things about my mom, right? Okay. Her riding preference was in the passenger seat. She was that's just that kind of person that would like dance around in the back of her seat,
Love it.
because my dad had the radio, so she and he
Yeah,
would pull up on a
that was
light,
me,
and my
it's
mom
still
would be
me.
like, do 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 do. Yeah, and I do it in my
Still
car. I do
me.
it when I'm riding. I'll like be
I know.
rocking out to Dave's music and stuff. But every time, big
Tapping on my
smile on her
tank.
face. She would talk to anybody. We'd go out to St. Patty's Day party, and she comes back with a leprechaun dancing around, like somebody dressed up as a leprechaun, not an
It was an actual leprechaun. Don't let her kid
It may
you.
have been. That's a wink. But she was just fearless in everything that she did, right? And she just embraced it and always wanted to ride and always wanted to ride anywhere, like any opportunity. Never did she say no. And she just went with it. And my mom, not just local around town, Nancy, she actually did a big long ride that kind of circled around like her on the back of the bike, And for those of you that ride on the back, it's not a very comfortable ride if you're going like an entire day. I don't care what that seat's like.
Yeah, no.
It's not. It's just not.
No.
And they went through Louisiana and they circled up and around and I think they went through Texas and they came back down to Massachusetts. And my favorite quote from her, which I didn't actually hear, my dad heard, was they were getting ready to leave. They all packed up and they got everything, clothes. They get ready to go. My dad goes, "Are you sure? Sure you want to do this, Nance? Nance, it's a long ride." And she said, "You know what? Let's just go. We can always turn around."
Just do it. You can always
Yeah,
turn around.
why don't we just go? Let's just go. See how far we get. We can always turn around. I'm like, how simple, right? A small, teeny sentence, right? So our honorary babe of the week is Nancy M. And you will get to see her picture. And she's also the person that inspired me to ride.
Yes.
Yay.
Very nice, Michelle. I love that.
Thank you.
My spiritual spin of the week. My spiritual spin is always going to be about something spiritual. So sometimes I'll do crystals, sometimes I'll do card reading, sometimes I'll do stuff to help us widen and broaden our spirituality. So for me, the topic I chose for this week is how to trust our intuition. Mm-hmm. So we are all born with an intuitive spirit. It is created from our creator. It is our immediate connection to source and spirit. It is, a lot of people call it a gut feeling. Mm-hmm. So the reason it's referred to as a gut feeling is because the stomach is the central point of our spirit. Okay, and your stomach is actually the second brain to your body. Mm. So your brain has all these connections, right? It goes all over your nervous system, everything. Your stomach does the same thing. That's why when you're troubled, you get sick to your stomach. Oh my God, I don't want to do this. I'm sick to my stomach. It's because your stomach controls as much of your body, your thoughts, and your emotions as your brain does.
That makes sense.
So to get more in tune with your spirituality and your intuition, right, is number one, trust yourself.
That's a big one.
That is so hard for me to do, is trusting myself. Like, is that me or is that spirit? The way that I have come to terms with it, and it might be different from other people, but if I know that it's my intuition, it feels beautiful, it feels pure, it feels right. When I'm working out of an ego based tuition,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard. It's not angry. It's just hard and it doesn't feel quite right.
Mm.
So kind of learning to trust what feels right and what doesn't feel right is a big step in trusting your intuition. Another one is being still and silent. That is the hardest one people have trouble with because they don't know what's their brain and what's their intuitive side. Is it because there's so much going on up here. So when we quiet and we center ourselves and we just be still and we just let those thoughts flow, eventually your brain calms, your thoughts calm, and you become into that intuitive state. Another way is meditation. I'm a big believer in meditation. I love meditation. It helps quiet me. My mind goes 1,000 miles an hour.
Mine too.
I am like, I'm 100 miles an hour all the time. My nickname at home is Hurricane Amy. I come in and it's everywhere. I come in, I go, woo, like the Tasmanian devil, and right up back out the door. And my sister and my mom are at the house going like this, what the fuck just happened? Excuse me, what the heck just happened? So
We swearers.
yeah, so trusting your intuition, right? And if you guys want to chime in the comments and let me know how you tune into your intuition, I would really be interested in hearing. How do you do with your
I like
intuition,
that.
Michelle?
I'm like, I don't have a filter, so I just say it, you know what I
Right.
mean? And
Mhm.
then for me, it frees it, and when I was listening to you, that can apply in all areas of our life.
Mhm.
But as I'm listening to you, I'm thinking, what a great subject, especially for like where it correlates with writing. Because like if you're not feeling it, don't
Oh,
go. Don't go.
don't
You know what I
go.
mean? Trust that intuition.
So this just reminded me. I got my bike, right, and it used to be parked in the garage, and I had to cover because I carved in the garage. I carved wood, and it gets dusty, so I covered the bike, and then I decided I was going to start parking it on the street so I didn't have to come across the grass every day and bring it in and out. And I parked it at the end of the driveway, and I called my friend, and I'm like, feel. I just don't feel right. Something is not right. I can't leave my bike out like it was my baby. I was putting her out on the curb. Literally, she is. So I had this gut feeling, and they're like, you need to get used to the fact that your bike's not going to be in the garage. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try. The next morning, does my neighbor not come over and say, there were 3 people standing at your bike last night, and I came out of my house and called the police? Trust your instincts.
Yeah.
If it doesn't feel right, it's not right for you.
Yeah.
It might be right for somebody else, but if it doesn't feel right in here, you don't have to do it.
Yep.
You don't have to do it.
Wow.
So that's my spin of the week.
I love it.
For
Thank
this
you.
week. Thank you.
That is great. I can't wait to hear what everybody that watches this either now or after has to
Say about their intuition. Like, how do you tap into your intuition? What makes you so? I have spirit bumps everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great.
That's awesome. Ponytails, the helmet ponytails. I know you guys are like, oh my god, helmet ponytails again. They're the helmet apparel that I make. Different ponytails. They're different sizes. We have the little shorties.
Love these dudes.
little
Look, they're so
guys.
cute.
And I don't know where the other shorty went. We have long ones. Or Dave goes the whip. And this one I can't really wear when Dave's riding behind me because he says he can't do it because it distracts him.
Like this.
He's like, I can't stop watching your ponytail. You need to stop. Don't really. It's like, and then of course the pigtails, right? And we have the different kind of pigtails. These are the long ones. These are the shorty pigtails. I just want to take a minute to show you like how these will adhere onto your helmet, right? This is a shiny helmet. If you have a shiny helmet, most helmets it will stick without any wetness.
Right.
You just take it and you take the suction cup and you just sort of center it where you want it, push it down in the middle, make sure it's down, and then just run your finger along and make sure that you've got all those bubbles out, okay? And you're gonna get that on really good, and you can give it a good tug to make sure it's on so it doesn't come flying off when you're riding.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work on your helmet with the shiny, you can just put a little bit of water around the edge, and then that will help suction it onto your helmet. For helmets that are, so this is shiny, right? This one's my helmet. Well, actually, it's Yankee Babe's now. I gave it to her. I got a new one for myself.
Go ahead, get another
Oh,
helmet.
I love it. I love it. So this one's my helmet, right? And this one's matte, okay? So a matte helmet, you're not going to really be able to, you maybe can get it to stick on for a minute or two. You'll notice when you try to get the air bubbles out that they're not really coming out. You'll notice it sliding around. You can probably give it a good tug. But what's going to end up happening is, as it settles underneath here, because the matte helmets, they have like this
The
little
cushion,
like, yeah,
right.
they have like this little like texture on them. That's what makes them matte. So after a couple minutes, of course, the damn thing's not going to fall off now because
Because we're on live.
because we're on live. But what you can do is, and I have them on order and on the way, but you can either put.
Oh, it moved.
Yeah, it did.
It did move.
Yeah,
See?
see,
See?
and the
That's
wind
not
gets
okay.
under that, and it's just going to be gone.
Oh, it likes to
So-
rub around the helmet a little bit.
So
Just
with first, second, with these, I would recommend putting some 3M double-sided tape. I have some 3M cushion tape coming in, and these will come with them for free. So if you buy, or if you bought any of these already, or if you buy any before I get them in, they will come free with them. So that's good to know. Or you can have it permanent. You can use some epoxy like E6000, and with the epoxy, believe it or not, you can still get it off, and then you can take it off with I think Dave said brake clean will get the E6000
Brake clean, I will.
off,
And it also,
or 8000.
just because I know from experience, the 3M, the tape
Yeah,
that you use, they
amazing.
come right off without leaving a
Yeah,
mark also.
really,
So
it's just some soap and water after
yeah,
you're done
yeah,
with them.
exactly.
Yep. So, all right, so here we go. So here's number 2.
I can't wear that one too. Sorry.
Well, you
Although
can trade it out.
although I love it,
You
I'm
can trade it out.
gramalicious.
You can trade it out. We'll put it.
Okay.
Okay.
Good thing I blow dried my hair today.
Then the third type of helmet is the
I'm
one
not putting that on.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
It's mushroom head.
It's the one that has like the designs on it. You know what I mean? Like this one.
Very
one
popular.
was one of my first ones when I had my pink bike, right?
Very
But it's
popular.
got, you can see, I don't know if you can see this, it's got some gloss in there, and then it's got matte, and then it's got stickers on it. And this is probably, I think, the most difficult one to get to stick. But what I have, and these come free with the shorties, I have here is, see, it fell off. So you have, not on the matte helmet. These come with the little Velcros, right?
Love that.
And so what you do is, and you can even glue the Velcro. I would recommend gluing the Velcro onto your suction part at least.
Yes.
And it's going to stick really nice to the helmet. But what you can do with these is you can just take them and stick them right on the Velcro, and that Velcro is going to hold up with the lighter and smaller ones.
Yes.
Okay. And you don't have to give them a tug, because if any of you use Velcro, you know if you give Velcro a tug, it's going to come off. So, but it is
Just
gonna,
saying.
yeah, we're just saying. But give it a nice press so that it's connected, and you're ready to go.
Yay.
So there you go. The braid ones, I just want to show you, because I have to rebraid this one anyways. On the product description,
Yes.
these can be rebraided, and we do a rebraiding service. For $5, you can bring these back in, or you can mail them to us, and we'll do it. But if you don't want to, you can take your braids out, and you can have like some funky waves.
Love that.
So I just wanted to show you the different looks that you can have with this hair.
Love it.
And it's easy to maintain. You can actually wash this with fabric softener.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and those are the helmet, pigtails, and ponytails.
I mean, they're
They're
just like any.
available.
They're just like any hair, right? You treat them the same way.
You treat them a little bit different because they're synthetic, right?
Okay.
So you would treat it more like a delicate piece of clothing, right? So you wash them. So
right.
you either only want to wash them in conditioner, but I really
Okay.
recommend fabric softener mixed with water, like 1 part fabric softener, 2 parts water.
Oh,
I have a
that's
spray
great.
bottle, and I spray
They
them
must
down
smell
with
good.
it. Yeah,
Mm.
they smell lovely.
They do
And
smell good.
And if you were to bring them in to have them rebraided,
She's sniffing my hair.
we would take them, and you could fill up your sink, but I would take them, fill up my sink, and have this stuck to the side of the sink, and this dipped in, and let this soak for about 5 or 10 minutes. Pick it out or run your fingers through it, and stick it to something so it hangs drying like this.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, and
That's
you can,
great.
yeah, and you can get all different colors, and you can trade them out. The thing with the glue is you're not going to be able to change colors. But other than that, these are great. So you can find them on yankeebabeapparel.com.
Yes. Love them. And you know what's funny, Michelle? I didn't tell you this yet. However, some lady drove by here the other day and she had pigtails on her helmet. And they looked adorable.
I wonder if
So
there are pigtails.
I'm sure they were. The girl looked familiar to me too, and I'm like, there goes Michelle's pigtails. How freaking cool! And of course, I didn't have my phone, and she just drove by on the bike, so I wouldn't have caught it anyway. But it was really cool to see him on somebody's bike. And I meant to tell you that, and I forgot
Well, thank
until
you for
just
telling
now.
me.
You're
Yay!
welcome. Yes, yes.
So exciting. I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
This weekend is going to be great for riding. In this area, we're going to be in the upper 60s.
Perfect.
All day, overnight, maybe in the 40s. It has a less than 10% chance of rain all weekend, which is phenomenal.
Yay.
I'm so happy about that too. It's great I could actually wear my leather. I'm in Florida, so it doesn't get cool enough for very long anyway. So it's going to be beautiful riding weather this weekend. But once that sun goes down, our temperatures drop. So make sure if you're going to be out after dark to grab a jacket or a sweatshirt or something to throw on.
Okay, perfect.
Because it is going to get a little chilly once that sun goes down. It's going to drop.
Okay, so bring your
Yeah.
jacket in your saddlebag
Yeah.
or dress in layers maybe.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I always keep a jacket in my saddlebag. And if you don't have saddlebags, Michelle makes custom saddlebags.
We'll make them a product of the week.
Yes, we will. Good idea. Good idea. So what's going on in our area?
So this weekend, so if you did decide to go out and you're dressed in your layers, we got a couple of things that I was able to find. The one thing, and this is why I asked you to stay on, Chuck. Sorry, I know you're up as Charles Seeger, but he is the owner of Everything Biker Consignment Shop.
What's
so if you
up,
have
Chuck?
anything, hey Chuck, if you have anything that you want to sell or buy, like he has a great selection.
Great selection. I love that place.
And he's really involved in the community. And one of his things that's really near and dear to his heart is helping out with what I call the Down Biker Fund, but it's the Richard Phillips Down Biker Fund. And so he partners up with her, and they do this event called the Broken Spoke Bike Night. It usually happens once a month. I'm not sure what they're doing with it, but usually they do it monthly. They're kicking off the new year with a bike night, and the proceeds go to that Richard Phillips Biker Down Biker Fund. Yeah.
That's great. So
And
that
she
fund
is-
actually helps bikers that have been injured.
It helps bikers that
and
have been
families,
injured
right.
and their families, and
What a
it's
great way to
financial,
support each
anything,
other.
help them with like resources, financial. And here's the really great thing about it is it's really run by mostly what I know, a bunch of women.
It's
So
funny
his
because
wife
it's
started
so
it, yeah.
like that's empowering, right? We're helping, inspire, and empower
Mhm.
other bikers that way by
Mhm.
going out and supporting each other
Mhm.
at these events,
Mhm.
right?
So that's going to be Friday night.
Okay.
Okay, and the Broken Spoke is in Fellsmere. So
Right.
it's on 130 North Broadway Street in Fellsmere, and they go from 6 to 10 p.m. And I haven't been to the Broken Spoke yet, but we'll have to ride out there one of their events.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
we'll wear the
That would be a
helmet
good
cam.
idea. Yes,
Get some
yes,
info.
good idea.
And then the other one that I found isn't necessarily a biker's event, but it
Mhm.
kind of is. So,
Okay.
so some friends of mine, or a friend of mine is in a band,
Mhm. Awesome.
and he's played with some pretty,
Awesome people.
yeah. He claims himself as almost famous, but he's pretty well known in the area. So his band is called Chimps on a Limb, and they're going to be playing at Crocodillo's on Saturday.
Okay.
And so Crocodillo's, if you haven't been down there, it's really a good place to check out. A lot of bikers go there.
And that's here in Fort
It's a
Pierce,
biker-
right?
It's in Fort Pierce. The address for Crocodillo's is 109 Fisherman's Wharf in Fort Pierce. So basically, you know where you turn left to go to Archie's?
Yeah.
Over that bridge?
Yeah.
Well,
That's Seaman Drive is what it's called.
Seaman Drive?
Yep, that's
so,
Seaman Drive.
So you turn left
Route
on
1.
that,
Route
and
1.
that first set of lights there, right?
Yeah.
So you can go right to go down A1A or whatnot. No,
Oh,
not
yeah.
A1A, but the Indian River
Indian
Drive.
River Drive. Yep.
If you go left,
Crocodillo's is right there.
is right there. It's like on the corner there.
Yes,
So,
that's
and
awesome.
a lot of people that ride go there, and a lot
I
of
know
people
exactly
that we
where that
know,
place is now, yeah.
customers that
Right.
we know,
Near the
will
tiki
ride
place
there
too,
as
yeah.
well. So they'll be playing
Mhm.
from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Right, and
And-
it is breaker friendly.
Yeah, it
Just
is
saying.
biker friendly. So
Yeah.
I wanted to mention that as well in case you were looking for something to do on
That's
Saturday.
good.
As far as Sunday goes, you know, that you got to be creative because I couldn't find anything going on in our area.
Okay, well, I'm going to be very creative for Sunday. So
Yeah.
that brings us into what we're going to do for this weekend. I'm going to have a rock star Sunday. Why? Because my hearts are coming down here from Connecticut. My boys are driving down their trailer and their bike, so they get to ride with mom. Lifelong goal dream here being accomplished. They're coming down for a week, so they'll be here Saturday night. Sunday we'll be hanging out, laughing. They'll be breaking my stones, probably getting me to go from 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds because it's something that entertains them. Just saying. And then we'll all be hanging at the shop on Monday because, of course,
That's
Dave.
when you're going super
Yeah.
fast.
Dave is going to do some work on my son's bikes for him.
That's
For them.
right.
So
Yeah,
we'll be
they'll
here
get
all
to
day
come see the
Monday
shop.
too. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's kind of it. There's also one other thing. I think there's an Indian River craft fair this weekend up in Fort Pierce, I think, that I might go to.
Oh,
Because I
cool.
love to go look at crafts. I don't necessarily buy them, but it's something free to do.
That would be a nice bike ride
And
too. You
it's
know?
a nice ride up there up
Bring
on
a
the 50.
backpack.
It's up on 58th Street in Vero
Mhm.
and Indian River Fairgrounds, I think it is. But I've gone there a couple of times. I've gone to a couple of Indian powwows up there. I love that place. So it's nice to just go out and get out of the house, right?
Yeah.
And listen, I'm all about free fun.
Yeah. Free fun is
Free
fun.
fun,
Yeah.
right?
And being on your bike is like pretty
Freeing
close
enough.
to free fun. Yeah. It's very inexpensive fun.
It is, and I love it. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Hey,
Yeah.
I might join you on that ride around Okeechobee. I might wear my helmet cam and
I
get
think
some
that's a
pictures.
great idea. We'll
get some
see.
video for next week.
Yes.
So again, sorry that we went over, but we're not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, I'm not sorry.
Let us know. We think we might do an hour. Let us know. We'll
Just
we'll
gives us
discuss.
a little
Yeah,
time.
gives us a little more time.
Because once
to
we
chat.
get going,
Yeah.
we kind of can go
Yep.
off on tangents.
Yep,
But-
absolutely.
So a little bit of sneak peek for next week. Next week, we're going to be talking about this one.
Sure. Yeah, I guess. Why not? Why not? I like that. That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's a good
we're
one.
next week's topic is going to be about empowerment. Like, how do we empower ourselves? Right?
Yeah.
What do we do that makes us feel powerful? And I'm not talking like dominant. I'm talking internally powerful,
Mhm.
right? And how do we help other people
Mhm.
feel empowered, right?
Awesome. Yes.
Right. So I think that might be our topic for next week.
Okay.
And sneak peek for my spiritual spin of the week is I'm gonna do a crystal. I'm gonna pull a
Ooh,
crystal and I'm
very
going to talk
exciting.
about the crystal, show you the crystal, and I will get up and personal with the crystal so you guys can see it. Yeah, so if you guys have any ideas, comments,
Yeah.
please leave them in the comment section and
Absolutely.
we'll get back with them.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you so much for watching us today.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
I'm Michelle.
I'm Amy, and
We
we're
are
two
two
creative chicks that
that
ride.
ride.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
End my video. No,
Let's
I'm
do it
kidding.
together.
1, 2, 3, bye.